we're on. Okay, it's day 9 in the Big Brother house. I don't know why I did that Scottish accent. It was going to come out in Newcastle, and I've been practicing it, and obviously failed. Anyway, it's day 9, I think, since I was diagnosed. It's Monday, the something of October, 19th of October. Didn't do one of these yesterday, Sunday, mainly because I wasn't in the van, and this seems to be my safe space. Thought about doing it at home and just thought, well, I don't know what to say or where to do it, or somebody's going to see me. I'm not actually sure whether this is legal what I'm doing, because obviously I'm driving. The driving seems to allow my head just to wander off. But anyway, what was I going to say? What was I talking about? So Saturday I had the CT scan, which I actually enjoyed, mainly because I didn't wet myself, which I was fully anticipating doing. I didn't beat the system in the end. It was just, I think, probably a slightly different scan than I had before. It was a different dye, they did it a different way, so everything was good. Not a lot happened really. Well, say that. Here we go again. I've actually posted these online. Well, you know they're posted online, because if you're watching this, you know they're online. And I had to watch it all back, because I'd sort of steeled myself that once I did stuff, I refused to watch it back, because that would then sway me what I said the day after, or what I looked like, what I sounded like. The fact I now know that people will see this, it's just put a slightly different spin on it. But you know what, fuck the lot of you, because this is all about me, and I'm going to say what I want to say. So anyway, Saturday, did the CT scan, went to work, actually had quite a nice day. Started to get more kidney pain again. No, didn't get kidney pain this time. This was bladder pain. This, I've spoken before about the blockages and the clogging up and something. And I felt that started to happen. Callum and Jesse's partner came round on Saturday night for Chinese, and I was fine until about 7 o'clock, and then I could feel this starting to come on. I could feel I'd got blocked up again, and I was talking. I mean, I'm quite open with Cal, and said these don't bother me. The pain I had in my kidney, that bothered me because I couldn't shift that one. I didn't know what to do. But I've had these blockages before now. I've described it before as constipation times 10, and was quite confident I would be able to shift it. Anyway, 24. Nothing then moved for over 24 hours. Probably started to shift things about 9 o'clock on the following Sunday, by which point I was pretty uncomfortable. Now, this is going to sound weird, and this is more for people that may be going through it than this level of detail. You manage to get some liquid through the blockage, if that makes any sense. Not a lot, all bloody, bit of a funny smell, but you manage to get a little bit out, but not as if you're going for a normal, there's no flow, which is what they always have. Oh, you manage to flow. You then stop drinking water because you don't want to put any pressure on it. And having described it over the past few days as like constipation, I've re-evaluated. I spent a lot of time Sunday basically sitting on the toilet. I've now got a position which I adopt, which I'm not going to demonstrate, which seems to help, and the key seems to be trying to straighten everything out. So anyway, you can work that out yourself. This thing it's like childbirth. That's the best way I can describe it. That I've had 2 kids myself, sort of. I've watched Casualty. I've watched 24 Hours in A&E and One Born Every Minute. So I know how to have a baby. I know all about the breathing. Pant, 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 pant. To be honest, I've said to people for years, no, please don't berate me. And but anyway, I'm not convinced childbirth actually hurts. If I was a woman, right? No, not if I was a woman. As a bloke, if I jumped off that building there, which you can't see, and broke my leg, right, and it hurt, I wouldn't do it again because I know it's going to hurt. Women seem to say this is the worst pain ever, but we're going to do it time and time and time again. So this has always been one of my things. Not serious, but that it doesn't hurt as much as they like tell us it does. It's just something they can beat us with. That's always been a bit of a jokey conversation with me. Anyway, having done this and had these, I'm going to call them blood babies, because I had 4 4 of them on Sunday night. The first one was called Shit. The second one was called Twat. The third one was called Bastard. And the fourth one was called Dave, right? And I had to employ the panting thing. What happened as a bloke, right? I've experienced this now. So any man who's having a baby with their partner, what they're going through, right? And this is what happened with one of my blood babies, that during the day, right? Sorry, again, this is getting a bit graphic. I can force this clot through out of my bladder into my urethra, so it's on its way out, but only halfway. And I know that if I stop pushing, relax the muscles, it's going to go back up again. I'm going to have to start all over again. Now that sounds really bizarre, and I should imagine it's virtually the same thing as happens with a baby, that it's a different muscle. That we hear the ladies talk about their pelvic floor, and it's very much your pelvic floor that you have to employ. Right, you will thank me for this later if you're going through it, I promise you. Right, it's not a grunt, it's not like I'm going to push this crap out. It's a proper, like a crunch, like an abdo crunch, and you have to push it, and then to breathe you have to keep that pressure there and then go while keeping that pressure, because if you go and relax, the muscle tension goes and this thing goes and sucks back up again, right? And you start back all over again. Now I went through this for, as I say, until about like 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I don't know what time it was when the first one was born. First one came away and I thought, yes, this is it. Right, and I tell you, these women who have to have quads, right, or sextuplets, quintuplets, or even just one, I see you in a different light now, ladies. Hats off to you. But you do get gas in air. I had no gas in air yesterday, right? And the first one came away and I thought, that's it, the next one's going to go blah, 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 and they're all going to come out together. No. We have to go through the same contractions, we have to go through the same panting, the same everything. And the more I did it, the more I thought, this must be like having a baby. And that was when I ended up christening them. Okay, I'm being facetious. It's not nice, it's not pleasant, but you have to sort of laugh about it, I think, because if you don't, in the past week, this is the third time, quite possibly, that I could have either admitted myself to A&E or rung an ambulance because of the pain. And I'm not trying to sort of be the big I am here that I can cope with pain, because believe me, I can't. But I don't know, you can't keep ringing them, can you? You can't keep just, I don't know. Is this the problem with men? That I don't know whether it's me. I don't like making a fuss. I don't like causing trouble. I don't like asking people for help. I don't care who it is. That if I go to A&E, I want them to go, oh, you've never been here before, you must be in serious pain. But I always feel like I've been a bit of a wimp, and especially we going on Thursday and then them saying there's nothing wrong with you. It's made me even more reticent about going in. So I don't know that, and I suppose that the problem is because my last blood baby was born, I think, at 2 o'clock this morning, which I'm joking about these blood babies, I'm sorry, it just makes it easier than talking about it like it's clots. Anyway, and the last one was born at 2 o'clock this morning, which put me in labour for 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32 hours or so. But does next time, now, if it happens again, am I going to get to 32 hours before I even start thinking about the hospital? Because when it first started, my first thought was, I've done this before, piece of piss, I'll get through this. And then when I went over that time, I'm like, well, I've done this before when it's gone on a bit longer, I'll get through this. And then when do you stop? When do you call it a day? When do you say, that's it, I'm going to ring somebody? Because on the way to the hospital, if I'm driving, or somebody else is driving me, 10 minutes later it could have cleared. You know what I mean? It's like, it's difficult. But I think that might be the bloke mentality. On the radio a lot about blokes not wanting to go to the doctors and just ignoring stuff. And that's probably why we get in such a mess all the time. And I've got to now try and change my mindset to say, I need help. Lots of people have said it, family especially. Because last week I probably should have gone to hospital. a lot sooner than I did, and I refused and got quite agitated the fact I didn't want to go to hospital. And I've got to learn now that maybe that's the way I've got to go, that I can't be, I say alpha male, but I don't class myself as an alpha male. I can't be this stubborn and pig-headed, and it'll be okay. Sometimes it's not, sometimes you've got to leave it to the experts. I don't expect everybody to chew their own horses, because that's what I do. You know what I mean? So I've almost got to accept that there are people there that know this stuff a lot better than I do, and that's maybe where I've got to think. That's maybe where I've got to change my mindset. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's something I've got to look at myself for now, and that's after Wednesday. I think things are going to change. Wednesday is proper diagnosis day, I think. So I don't know where I'm going, and I've got to try and get my mind in the right place now to start sorting this thing out and help, asking for help and accepting help. Okay, so sorry to leave on a down note.